Hey fellas, I was at first thinking about doing red and green today, but we got to this late, so I'm just doing green. It's alright. So, the green cards in Planeshift. First off, right off the bat, we've got Gaia's Might. Just as we had Explosive Growth as the kicker version of Giant Growth and Invasion, in the second part of Invasion block, here we have the Domain version of Giant Growth. That is +1/+. It's an instant. Instant that gives target creature +1/+1 for each basic land type you control. Multani's Harmony. It's a creature enchantment. Enchanted creature gains tap, add 1 mana of any color of your choice to mana pool. All well and good. I never noticed the flavor text. Well, I don't think I ever really know. How can I say this? I may have noticed it back in the day, but I hadn't thought about it in ages upon ages. So I look at it, and I see the flavor text of Welcome to Paradise. And I'm like, wait a minute. That's a reference to Birds of Paradise. Ain't that funky? Yeah, they do stuff like that every now and then. Kirin Dryad. This is an interesting one. This thing was a beat stick in draft. I mean, a horrific beat stick. It's a 1/1 for a colorless and a green. Whenever you play a white, red, black, or blue spell, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Mind you, this is in a block where, I mean, granted, in draft you generally go 2 color anyway, but in Invasion, you're frequently going 3 to 4 colors. And I've seen people make 5 color pile work. So, this thing, oh my goodness, this thing got stupid big. Kirin Explorer, it's a 1/1, tap for 1 mana of any color that a land your opponent controls could produce. For those of you who are familiar with it, this is basically Felowar Stone with a body. What else we got here? Skyshroud Blessing, it's an instant. Lands can't be the target of spells and abilities till end of turn. Draw a card. I don't know. I don't recall ever really seeing it used. Thornscape Familiar, there's the green familiar. It's a 2/1 insect. Reduces the casting cost of red and white spells by 1 colorless for you, not for your opponents. Can't really make it out here very well, but that guy's got some saucy jaws on him. I don't think I've ever noticed those before. The Alpha Kavu. He's a 2/2 for 2 and a green. You pump a colorless and a green, target Kavu gets +1/+1 till end of turn. He's okay. You know, he's okay. The Amphibious Kavu. He's a 2/2, and whenever he blocks or becomes blocked by a blue or black creature, gets +3/+3 till end of turn. Not bad. He's a pain in the butt for some people. Falling Timbers. Prevent all combat damage. Target creature would deal this turn. If you paid the kicker cost of sacrificing a land, prevent all combat damage. Another target creature would deal this turn. You know what? I think I'd rather have Fog. I really do. And honestly, this is an effect you see more in white these days, and I'm going to take a sip for my coffee. I love coffee. Caffeine is my narcotic of choice. Planeswalker's Favor, another one of the Planeswalker's fill-in-the-blank enchantments. This one's pretty interesting. It's 2 colors and a green. You pump 3 colors and a green. Target opponent reveals a card at random from their hand. Target creature gets +X/+X till end of turn, where X is the card's converted mana cost. That's not bad, actually. It's really not. It's kind of high costed for what it does, you know. I mean, it requires a big mana commitment to activate it. I don't think I'd use it in Constructed, because the effect isn't that awesome for Constructed, but it's a good draft and limit and sealed deck card. Primal Growth. This is a card I was never too keen on. Search your library for a basic land, put it into play, then shuffle. If you paid the kicker cost of sacrifice a creature, it's 2 lands. Now, with a kicker cost like that, this would have been awesome as an instant, but it's not. It's a sorcery. I'm never impressed by this card. The green Battle Mage, Thornscape Battle Mage. I think I mentioned this guy before. He was well sought after in drafts, primarily for his red kicker of deal 2 damage target creature or player. The white kicker of destroy an artifact was nice, but there were several times when it just, you would never need the white kicker. But hey, that's okay. Mirrorwood Treefolk, 4 mana for 2/4. Pump 2 colors, a red and white, and the next time damage will be dealt to him this turn, that damage is dealt to target creature or player instead. That's actually pretty saucy. I don't think I ever really used that ability much. However, that ability was a really, really nice way to intimidate people at times. They'd sit there and it's like, I'm not sending Jack after him because it's not going to work. It's like, the Pygmy Kavu. He's a 1/2 for 4 mana. Now you might sit there and think, holy crap. It's a 1/2 for 4 mana. Why would you do that? Because when he hits the board, you draw a card for each black creature your opponents control. I could honestly see that guy played in EDH. Thinking about it, because you'll frequently see people with lots of critters on the board, and hey, drawing cards is an awesome thing. Root Greevel. 2/3 for 4 mana, 2 colors and a green. Tap and sacrifice him. Destroy all enchantments of the color of your choice. And then we have the lovely flavor text, the root of all Greevils. Yes, it's fantastic. It's right up there with, in Tempest, Squeeze Toy, and Apes of Wrath. Yes, those are both cards that elicited some groans from players. Magnagoth Treefolk. He's a 2/6 with basic land walk of every basic land type you control. So, for example, if you've got a Taiga on the board, he's got Mountain Walk and Forest Walk. It's fun stuff. Stone Kavu, not exceptional. He's not a chump. He's okay. 5 mana for a 3/3 with fire breathing. Literally exactly the same as you'd see on a Shivan Dragon. And his toughness inflates on a 1/4 ratio with white. Now, here we have something interesting. You may have overlooked this, but every single card that I have revealed so far in this in this stack of green, of all of it, none of it requires more than a single green mana. It's all very splashable. Except for Namada Grove Guardian. He's 6 mana, 4 and double green, for 4/5. You pump 2 colors into green to put a 1/1 green sapperling creature token to play. And you may sacrifice a sapperling to give all sapperlings +1/+1 to end of turn. He's kind of interesting. People have put him in Thallid decks before. He's kind of funky. I'll be perfectly honest. I was very happy when Time Spiral came along and renewed the association between Thallids and sapperlings, because I just had a hard time, and this is just a personal hang-up, I had a hard time personally justifying putting things like Tree Folk and stuff like that into Thallid decks. It's like, no, it's a Thallid deck. Keep your damn trees out. Yeah. Also, here's a interesting little fun thing I've heard. Those of you who have any interest in the actual scientific study of biology, the various kingdoms that living things get classified into, the plant kingdom, the animal kingdom. The cat wants to die. Yeah, you do, don't you? Don't you, you silly little fuzz bucket? I'm not even going to clean that up right now. I'll save that for later. You, little girl, are lucky I like you. Very lucky. Freaking cat. Oh well, but anyway, the fun thing I was about to mention before the cat decided to jump in and, scatter cards that I had nicely sorted all over the place. The fungus kingdom is significantly closer to the animal kingdom than it is to the plant kingdom, apparently. And that's kind of funky. And of course, then you have, there's a kingdom or two, I think, for various microscopic / single-celled organisms. All sorts of crazy stuff. Oh well. I'm going to call this a wrap and see about getting this video uploaded and fixing these cards. Now you may sit there and think, wow, he's lucky that the cat's lucky he hasn't killed her. And I'm just like, you know what? You have no idea. You have no idea how many things that cat has done that I should have killed her for. But I haven't. Cat is really lucky I like her. Cat's really lucky I'm dumb as a brick. I mean, oh well. I'll catch you later, fellas. Be good.